Forgiveness allows love to grow and to create a new relationship. Forgiveness allows love to grow and create new relationships. How can this happen? It can happen when you no longer vilify the person that hurt you, but you will see the person beyond the offense. You will see the person beyond the hurt that the person made. You will see the person who hurt you in a new way. And you will say, come to think of it, we have been friends for long. And now why should I allow a mistake to rule us? It brings a movement forward, not a return to the past. A movement forward. And you can actually do this because you can choose the past as a teacher, not as an oppressor. When you remember the past and the hurts and all the negativity of the past, then you are choosing the past as an oppressor. It oppresses you. Release that. Be released from that. And what happens? You are looking at the past as a teacher. You are teaching the person not to do that again. You know, you really hurt me. Don't do that again, okay? You know what you did was terrible, but I love you. Don't do that again. Because I remember the good times. Remember when we were kids? We were running. We were naked. Running, playing. Let us just allow love to triumph. Number 2, when you forgive, you do not allow love to be killed by pain. You do not allow love to be killed by pain. Because in the end, if you forgive, you allow love to triumph. And if we see the good, if you can already see the good in the person that you need to forgive, expect only the best. Expect only the best. It's proven. And number 3, forgiveness means your future is ruled by peace. Your future will be ruled by tranquility and not worries and anxiety anymore. Can you imagine if you do not forgive? You always fear. Oh, maybe one day he will just shoot me. Or maybe one day I will just drink the poison that she's preparing for me to drink. You always fear that something bad will happen. But whereas if you forgive, for sure your future will be peaceful. There will be harmony in your family. And you will have beautiful celebrations of Christmas. And everyone will be there. No one will be missing and avoiding your invitation. The family will be complete. And you will not miss the magic of the moment. Because when you forgive, the magic of forgiveness happens. and you will no longer waste your time in anger. Tonight, I invite you to go home by reflecting on the lessons about forgiveness given by Jesus himself. And I'm talking about the lesson given by Christ in St. Luke, chapter 16, verses 11 to 32. What is this teaching called? The parable of? Please rise. The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke.
Glory to you, Lord.
And Jesus said, a man had 2 sons. And the younger son said to his father, Father, give me the share of your estate that should come to me. So the father divided the property between them. After a few days, the younger son collected all his belongings and set off to a distant country where he squandered his inheritance on a life of dissipation. When he had freely spent everything, a severe famine struck the country and he found himself in dire need. So he hired himself out to one of the local citizens to send him to his farm to tend the swine. He longed to eat his fill of the pods on which the swine fed, but nobody gave him any. Coming to his senses, he thought, how many of my father's hard workers have more than enough food to eat? But here I am, dying from hunger. I shall get up and go to my father, and I shall say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I no longer deserve to be called your son. Treat me as you would treat one of your hired workers. So he got up and went back to his father. While he was still a long way off, his father caught sight of him and was filled with compassion. He ran to his son, embraced him, and kissed him. His son said to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I no longer deserve to be called your son. But his father ordered his servants, quickly bring the finest robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Take the fattened calf and slaughter it. Then let us celebrate with a feast, because this son of mine was dead and has come to life again. He was lost and has been found. Then the celebration began. The oldest son had been out in the field, and on his way back, as he neared the house, he heard the sound of music and dancing. He called one of the servants and asked what this might mean. The servant said to him, your brother has returned, and your father has slaughtered the fattened calf because he has come back safe and sound. He became angry, and when he refused to enter the house, his father came out and pleaded with him. He said to his father in reply, look, all these years I have served you, and not once did I disobey your orders, yet you never gave me even a young goat to feast on with my friends. But when your son returns, you swallowed your property with prostitutes. For him you slaughtered the fattened calf. He said to him, my son, you are here with me always. Everything I have is yours. But now we must celebrate and rejoice, because your brother was dead and has come to life again. He was lost and has been found. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Please be seated. Quickly, who were the cast of the parable? Son, young and old, yes, father, yeah, the older brother, who else? The servants, the musicians, what else? What? The crowd, yes. Yeah, yung machismoso, no? Wondering why is there a party. Well, who else? Who else? Don't forget, you can only find this in Luke. And Jesus was the one telling the story. Jesus, the storyteller. And he's trying to tell the people, do you know? Do you want to know more about my dad? Do you want to know how he looks like? And he told a parable. We always give the title what? The parable of prodigal. But is it about the prodigal son? What is the meaning of the word prodigal? We always use the word prodigal. Prodigal means wasteful, lavish. Prodigal, wasteful. And we always think about the prodigal son because he squandered everything that he inherited. Dancing the mambo number 5. A little bit of Erica on my right. A little bit of Tina on my left. A little bit of Alice on my right. He squandered everything. What a wasteful son. But you know, the parable is not the wasteful son, but the lavish father. Were you not shaken by his generosity of forgiveness? Even before the son can say, I'm sorry, Dad, he called the servants, come, put him the sandals, give him a ring, clothe him, give him the best. We threw a party. No questions asked. Why are you here? What did you do with the money? Unlike us, when someone sinned against us, what did you do? Do you realize what you have done? And the moment we do that, there's no more room for forgiveness. But look at the Father. He embraced the Son. With all his sins, with all the terrible things that he did, God is rich in mercy. Blessed John Paul, who will be Saint John Paul II soon, wrote a beautiful encyclical, Dives in Misericordia, based on the parable. Our Father is divine in mercy, abounding in love. This heartwarming story is the story that we need to give witness to. Jesus was friendly to sinners, and they could not understand. And Jesus did this. Why? Because they wanted them to know there is new life. Yes, you have sinned, but forget the past now. Move on. God forgives. The older son had no heart. And so the father reminded him, when he has a litany of all this,